If you ever seen that series, the Little House on the Prairie.
Oh yes.
I love that series.
Yes,
I love it. Because a lot of people don't know that it was a Christian-based series.
That's right.
And I want to tell you one particular scene that comes to mind is when Little Mary, I know all their names too.
Go ahead.
Little Mary was walking along with her dog, and she fell into a well.
Mm-hmm.
And the little dog went and got the parents, how they do on TV, went and started barking, and all of a sudden, okay, where's little Mary at? And they went and found her. She had fallen in this well. So they went to town to get all the people together so they could help them get little Mary out of this hole, out of this well. But the thing that they did first, I don't know if you've seen this episode or whatever, but the thing they did first is they prayed.
They prayed.
They prayed. They came together through prayer.
Yes.
And eventually, they got her out.
Mm-hmm.
Now, an incident happened about 20-some odd years ago. I don't know if you remember, some of you guys remember baby Jessica. She was called the $1 Million Baby. She had fallen down into this little shaft, and it cost them over $1 million to get her out. But the thing is there are prayers coming in from all over the world.
That's right.
Prayers.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. There is power in prayer.
Yes, Lord. Yes.
I have a prayer. I have a prayer.
Yes.
Like I said, Mom taught me how to pray, and I use that, and I still use it, still pray. But as coming up as a young person, one of the fears that I had, and I'm going to tell you this, I'm going to tie all this in together. One of my favorite scriptures is God does not give you the spirit of fear, but one of power and love and a sound mind.
Yes.
Sound mind. Now, I prayed that prayer for a long time. When I played football, I'm going to tell you this, and it's not embarrassing anymore. It used to be embarrassing, Pastor, when I used to tell them that I was afraid of flying. I was scared to death of flying. And I mean, you had to knock me out before I got on the plane. I mean, that's the truth. You had to knock me out before I got on the plane. And I was so terrible. Each and every day I had to get on the plane, I would pray, God, just take this away from me. Take this away from me. I'm scared to death to get on this plane. When I retired from football, I went into the strength ministry. I was in the power team for about 15 years. And I turned them down for 2 years. And one of the main reason was, you guys travel too much. I'm not going. You guys travel too much. For 2 years. Finally, a friend of mine joined the power team. And he said, come check us out. Come check us out. I said, all right, I will. I said, man, I can do that. I can do that. That looks fun. I can do that. And then finally, they invited me to a crusade, to join them with the crusade. I was hooked. I saw people get saved. I saw people give their hearts to God. I saw families being put back together. So I was hooked. My first crusade, away from home, I had to go to Connecticut. I had to get on a plane. So it was all right. But on the way back, we left. And we left in it was a rain. We left in the rain. And I remember taking off 20 minutes into the flight. I'm talking to one of my friends, and I'm looking out the window. As I'm looking at him, all of a sudden a lightning bolt hit the plane. Lights went off, plane started dropping. I'm screaming along with everybody else. And all of a sudden the plane, lights come on, the plane levels out. Oh, I'm totally a mess now. And the pilot comes on, just all cool, ladies and gentlemen. Lightning bolt hit the plane, but see those little rods out on the plane there and everything? That right there takes the bulk of the lightning. And I'm thinking, I don't care. Lightning hit the plane. And I'm looking out the other window, and it was clear over here. And I'm thinking, let's just move over just a little bit. Just move over. And so I'm telling the guys, hey, when we get to Atlanta, I'm taking a train back to Oklahoma. Taking a train. And so I get in the airport, and I'm pricing trains. And I'm looking up, and all the guys are like, come on, Zach, come on. You got to get back on the plane. I said, no, I'm not getting on the plane. I'm sorry, I'm getting on the train. And I'm looking at this, and it's going to take me like 2 days to get home. And I'm thinking, oh, man, I can't get back on that plane. I can't do it. This is how I got on the plane. I saw this little girl. She's about 5 years old. And she was getting on the same plane that I was getting on. And I was looking, I thought, you know what? God's not going to take her yet. I get on the plane. That's how I got on the plane. That's how I got on the plane. So